Hello students, welcome to the business studies class. As this is a new subject for you, so you must understood students as the first chapter in your syllabus has been given, the nature and purpose of business. Nature and purpose of business, in which you will know what kind of business the human beings are indulged. Students, all the human beings are involved in different kinds of needs. We all perform different kinds of activities to satisfy our needs. These activities are divided into two categories, that is economic activities and the non-economic activities. Now you must know what does it means. Economic activities, as the name has been suggested here, these are totally related with earning money. And non-economic activities, these are considered as to satisfy the mental satisfaction. These are always related with the love and affection. A teacher teaching in a school, we can say, is economic activity, and if the same teacher is teaching at home to their children, will be classified as non-economic activity. So this is all known as economic and non-economic activity. So this is the basic concept of human activities. Every person is involved, I am repeating, in two type of activities. A doctor doing job in a hospital, he is earning money, he is getting money from there, will be considered as economic activity. And the same doctor, if he is treating his son, his own son, so that time what will be happen? It cannot be considered as no economic activity. Now moving toward the next topic, that is the concept of business. What is business? Students, we must know that the business has been made with the two words, busyness. Business include two words, busyness. It means being busy. Being busy in what? Being busy in those activities. And there a name has been mentioned here again, economic activity. So business refers to those economic activities which involving or which are related with the purchase, production or sale of the goods and services. Not only the goods. What is the difference between the goods and services? Goods are related with the tangible things that we can touch, but services are totally intangible. So with the motive of, what is the main purpose of doing any business? To earn money by satisfying human needs. Any of the business that we do is done with the motive of earning money and just to satisfy the human needs or the different. So now moving to the next topic, that is the characteristics of the business. What are the features of business? Look at the first. In the definition, it is very much clear, students, that business is an economic activity. Business, any kind of business that we are doing, it is always considered as economic activity because it has been done just to earn the money. Now moving toward the next feature, that is production or procurement of goods and services. Business is always related with the, either we will produce any of the goods and goods, or we will procure the goods, or we will involve in any kind of services. So business directly, indirectly is always related with the production. Like we are having the factories, we are doing any business, we are producing the goods. Procurement means trade, the things that we are directly or we are purchasing the goods in a ready-made form. So it is considered as procurement of goods. And services, we all know that these services include, here I have mentioned, transportation, banking, insurance. These are considered as services. So because the main motive of these all activities is business, so it is always considered as economic activities. Now moving toward the next objective, next feature, that is sale or exchange of goods and services. So business is always related with the sale or goods and services. Now, if we are doing business for personal consumption, suppose I have purchased some of the goods not for the resale. it cannot be considered as business because there is no sale or exchange of goods. So it is the necessary element, necessary feature of the business, that business is always related with the sale or exchange. If you are purchasing anything for your personal consumption, that term, that condition cannot be called a business. Now, fourth point that is given here, regular basis. Like my father has gifted me a scooty, and after a few years I have sold that scooty. It, and on the profit, on profit I have sold this, but this cannot be considered as business because it is not on regular terms. Any business activities or any activity that has been done only once or very few times cannot be considered. So for the business, it is necessary that it must be done on a regular basis. Now, fifth point that is given here, profit earning. We all know that the business has been done just to earn the profit, students. Then uncertainty of return. Now, what is uncertainty? We must know that uncertainty is related with whatever, like I have started a business. I have started a business with rupees 10 lakh. Now, what is the possibility that I will get this money back? So they said that there is always a uncertainty of return, that I will not get such amount. Maybe there would be a possibility that I will get more than, but there is no surety of that. So uncertainty of return is also an element, also an important feature of the business. Now, element of risk. All business activities carries a risk. We can see nearby our examples, so many examples are there. There are always an element of risk like strike, fire, theft, or different kind of, we can have the natural disasters also. So these are all considered as risk. So risk is an important feature of the business. Now, moving toward the next topic, students. All the economic activities are divided into three types. These are the business, employment, and profession. The meaning has been given here, students. Business, we all know it refers to the purchase, production, or sale of goods and services with the objective to earn profit. Now, profession, like sometimes we say that he is in a law profession. Now, what is law profession? Profession is always considered with getting a special knowledge and skill in any kind of occupation that required a special knowledge. Like we all know, CA is a profession, medical, doctors, these are all considered as profession because it required a special skill, and they also need to associate them with a particular association. Like for the doctors, there is a medical council. For the lawyers, we are having the bar council. So professions are always associated with their association. Now, third one, that is employment. Working under the others is known as employment, and getting remuneration. Remuneration means here getting salary from them. Whatever work we have done, after the end of the month, after the whatever conditions they are having, we will definitely get the return from that. So these are all considered as economic activity. Now, next topic that we are having is, so you must understand, students. Now, if we look at the comparison between these three economic activities, students. Now, first of the basic has been mentioned here, mode of establishment. For the business, they said how it can be established. Like businesses, we can start any kind of business with a very few legal formalities. Then for the profession, we need students, like we have to clear the entrance of that particular association, and we need they said that membership of a professional body and certificate of a practice. We must know, like if we want to be a lawyer, what we need, we must pass all the exams, and we must get the certificate. At the last we get the certificate for that. Then for the employment, what we get the appointment letter. Like we are going to start any of the job, what they provide us, an appointment letter. Now what is the nature of the work here? It is business is related directly with the goods and services, but in profession it is related with providing the personal services, like lawyer providers, doctor providers, CA providers, personal services. Then employment is related with performing work, like we have to perform the duties as per the rules of our contract. Now qualification, third point is there, qualification. They said sometime for the business there is no qualification fixed. We don't need any such kind of qualification, or sometime we can have a little bit qualification. Then for the employment, what we need experts and training of the specified field. Then for the business, qualification and training must be provided by the employer. Whatever the employer will tell us, we have to do that. And whatever the employer needs, like for the guard, we must have another kind of qualification, and for the MD we are having another kind of qualification. Now fourth point is their reward or return. For business, the reward means what we are getting at the end. It is profit at the end. For the professional, there would be a professional fees, and in the employment what we get, there is a salary or wages. Then fifth point is given here, students, capital investment. It required, business required the investment of capital as per the nature and size of the business. Like I want to have a big business, so that time we need a big amount of money. And for employment we need a limited amount. Then for the employment, no such kind of capital is required. Like I'm going for the job, students, should I require any of the money? No, never. I will not require any money. So capital element or investment is much required as comparatively in the business if we compare it with the other two. Now risk. Profit are uncertain, and there is an irregular risk present in the business. A business is full of risk. Then in the profession, generally we get the fees, so there is some element of risk, not like the business. And in the employment we are getting a fixed amount of salary at the end of the month, so there would be no risk. Now transfer of interest. Transfer of interest, what does it mean, students? That can we transfer our job to the other person? Like in business, if I am not present, what would be happen? Sometime my brother, my sister, my father, my mother can also look after the business. So it's possible in business that we can transfer our interest, but for the profession it's quite not possible. Like doctor cannot replace itself. He has to be present at the time of operation, but that means whatever the work is of the doctor, it can be done by only him. Same for the employment cannot also be replaced. Last is their code of conduct. There is no code of conduct. Code of conduct means rules and regulations. Such type of rules and regulations are not present in the business. In the professional code, yes, there is a element of code of conduct. There are rules and regulations, like if the doctor is not performing his duty, his certificate can be taken back. In the last point is there, in the employment, again there are some rules and regulations that are prescribed by the employer. So this is all about the meaning of business and features and the comparison between the three economic activities.